What's up, everybody? My name is Brad and welcome back to the channel. Today we're back with another book review for you guys. In today's book, I actually have two different editions for it. This is JEDI Summer with the Magnetic Kid by John Boden. This first edition, the smaller one, sort of mass market paperback size. This was a special edition from Thunderstorm Books that came out in the, I want to say, November 2020 Nightworms package. And I specifically bought that package for this book because at the time it was out of print. You couldn't get it anywhere else. It wasn't on Kindle or Amazon or anything like that. I really liked John's work. I wanted to read this book, so I had to get the package to be able to get a copy of this book. And this one happens to be signed, which is pretty sweet. But since this one came out, since that package, it's been re-released with Silver Shamrock Publishing. It's got a new look, new cover, all that kind of stuff. They changed the title. It's just called JEDI Summer now instead of JEDI Summer with the Magnetic Kid. But as far as I can tell, the contents, the story inside, nothing like that has changed. And I dig the cover on this one. I really like the colors. It's a Keelan Patrick Burke cover. He does most of the covers for Silver Shamrock. But as you can tell, probably from the title, JEDI Summer, this book, it takes place during the summertime. And I think it's fair to say that we probably all have pretty fond memories of summertime growing up as kids. You know, mainly the freedom away from school, not having to do homework, how I hated homework with a passion. You know, at school all day for 6-8 hours, whatever it was. Come home from school. Why do I want to keep doing schoolwork in my own free time? That's a rant for another time. So the freedom away from school, getting to play outside from sunup to sundown with either, you know, your brothers and sisters or your friends, whatever it may be. Getting to ride bikes, explore in the woods, go to the swimming pool, all that kind of stuff. Whatever it was that you had fun doing during the summer, the many adventures and maybe misadventures that were had. This novella, JEDI Summer, it captures all those magical moments, those feelings of nostalgia, and bottles them up to be treasured and savored and reminisced upon. This novella, it's a subtle reminder that life is sweet. Life is precious. It's full of joy and wonder and mystery, but also that life is a fleeting thing where darkness and doubt and regret can worm its way in and start to fester if given the opportunity to do so. It's of knowing the cold hard truth that you can never go back to what was, that time is always trudging forward no matter how hard you push and fight back against it. As I said earlier, I'm a big fan of John's work. That's why I went out and bought that Nightworms package to get that special edition. John has become by far one of my favorite authors that I've discovered since my eyes have been opened up to the world of indie and small press horror. The man, he is a wizard with words. There's something a bit magical, something a bit whimsical about his voice as a storyteller. There's a certain lyricism to be found in his prose. And we've all heard the saying that the pen is mightier than the sword, and Boden, he wields his weapon of choice with a deftness that, in my opinion, not many others possess. He writes with heart, he writes with emotion, and he writes with this quiet introspection that comes bleeding across the page in this semi-autobiographical tale. So what is this novella about? So it's the summer of 1983, and if you were alive back then, I wasn't born yet, but if you were alive back then, you may remember this small little movie came out that year called Return of the Jedi, which happened to be probably the movie event of that year, the epic conclusion to the Star Wars trilogy, at least at that point in time. And like I said, this is a semi-autobiographical tale, so we're following Johnny and his younger brother Roscoe as they wait with great anticipation for this movie that they've been dying and waiting to see to come to their small mountain Pennsylvania town. But fear not, if you don't like Star Wars, for whatever ungodly reason that may be, if you don't like Star Wars, you don't care about Return of the Jedi, that's not what this book is about. That just happens to be the backdrop for the story that is being told. This story, this tale is about family. It's about the bonds of brotherhood, of growing up, growing older, and learning that life isn't always as perfect and happy as it may seem. It's about experiencing the struggles of a single mother home, of dealing with the pain of loss maybe for the first time, of getting knocked down but getting back up again. It's about those events that transpired over that strange and magical summer that are told through these loosely tied together, these loosely stitched together vignettes. It's these small glimpses into the lives of these two boys over the course of that summer and the events that would come to shape and mold them into the men that they would become. Jedi Summer by John Boden is bursting at the seams with this authentic richness. It's a narrative tapestry woven together with the threads of emotion, with happiness, joy, wonder, sadness, and remorse. There was a certain feeling of nostalgia I felt, a certain feeling of melancholy maybe I felt while reading this novella that I can't quite form and put into words and express how it really made me feel. It's a heartwarming, comforting, and at times dark coming-of-age tale that feels like a cup of chicken noodle soup for the soul. If you have read Boy's Life by Robert R. McCammon and you really like that book, if you were to take that book and squish it and condense it down into 78 pages, Jedi Summer would be your end result. This would be the book that you would get. If you can't tell, I absolutely love my time within the pages of this book. My only wish were that it was a bit longer, but such is life. I highly, highly recommend checking out John's work. I gave Jedi Summer 5 stars. I absolutely loved it. If you have not checked out any of his work yet, I highly recommend you do so. I don't think that you'll be disappointed. But that's it. That's been my review for Jedi Summer by John Boden from Silver Shamrock Publishing. That's all I have for you guys today. So thank you for spending your time with me. Again, my name is Brad, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.